So one of the first things that we come across, that we encounter when we start our business, are objections. So what are they? Well, essentially, if we really look at what objections are, they're just questions. And when we approach our prospect and we're connecting with them and they have a big question for us that stumps us, the very first thing that we want to do is take a deep breath. They're not going to kill you with their objection. So take a breath, and then the first thing we want to do is clarify. So that is in a form of a question. So what do you mean about that? What are you actually saying to me? I'm not clear on what you're asking or what you're saying. So could you just expand on that for me? So when we do that, that actually gives them an opportunity to more fully explain what their question is, so that we can actually address that in a professional way. So the 4 main objections that we're going to encounter at some point in our business, it might be when we're first calling to invite someone to a presentation. It might be after the presentation when now they have their questions. It could be at any stage of the process. So here are the 4 main objections. I don't like to sell. I have no money. I have no time. Is it a pyramid? So let's start with I have no money. Well, this is something that we often encounter with people. I have no money. How in the world could I start a business when I don't have any money? So again, we're going to take a breath. We're going to ask them a question, a probing question to find out more. Well, how much money do you think that starting your own business might cost? You see, in that situation, they may have an assumption that it's going to cost them $25,000 to start. If you're going to start a franchise, it's going to cost you $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. So by asking them a question, now they're going to give us more details so that we can then respond to them in an appropriate way. I have no time. Well, I have no time could mean a whole bunch of things. The way that most of us live our lives in this fast-paced society, we are running like crazy just to catch up with everything that we have on the go. And so we want to honor and respect the fact that they feel like they have no time. So I might say, yeah, wow, I totally know what you mean. So how much time do you think that it would take to build this business? So they're going to give you some feedback. They might think it's going to take me 40 hours a week, and I already work a job that's 40 hours. So of course they're going to think they can't build this business. So we can then just say to them, hey, you know what? What if you put in half an hour a day, a couple hours a week, and did that consistently over time in order to build your business? Is that something that could seem manageable to you? Or what if we explain to them the power of leverage? You know, in a traditional job, we work an hour, we get paid an hour. In this system, it's completely different. We work, we connect with other people, they start their business, and now all of a sudden it's not just my hours, it's the compounding effect of their hours. And then they bring on new teammates, and it becomes the compounding effect of all of our hours in combination. I hate to sell. I can't sell. Okay, this is so easy to deal with. The first thing we want to do is just say, hey, what's been your experience with sales? Well, maybe they had a retail job and couldn't sell anything, and it was a disaster. Or maybe they encountered that salesman at the car dealership who was just so rude that it just completely turned them off sales forever. Whatever that experience is, we want to find out what has their experience been. Because then we can edify the industry. Then we can talk about how, you know what, it's really more a matter of connecting with what your needs are versus me trying to pitch something or sell you something or force something onto you that you don't want to buy. So when we can actually engage with them on another level of what sales actually looks like and the reality that most of us are selling all of the time. If we're in relationship with someone, we've sold ourselves to them. We are constantly referring people to products and services that we love. I have a cafe in my neighborhood that my girlfriend owns, and it happens to be my favorite cafe, so it's really easy for me to promote it to everybody I come in contact with in my community. That's sales. I'm just not getting a cut from it. So if I can walk through that whole journey with people and show them that they're already doing this in their life, they're already referring people to products and services that they love, it's just that now the company is going to reward them for those efforts. Now here's the big one. Here's the one that a lot of us in the early days of starting our business get a little bit stumped by. especially if we're brand new to the network marketing industry. Is it a pyramid? Is it one of those pyramid things? Is it network marketing? And oftentimes we go, oh, yes it is. And we shrivel up and we back away and we don't know what to do from there. So that's where the taking a breath really comes in handy. Take a breath and ask them, what do you mean by that? When I first started my business, one of the top leaders in Canada had told this story of somebody who said, is it a pyramid? And she said, oh, no, it's totally not. It's, this amazing way of marketing and da-da-da. And the person said, oh, I was kind of hoping it was network marketing. So we want to put our assumptions aside, ask them a question to clarify. And then we're going to be able to say, oh, that's really interesting that that's been your experience. And I'm sorry that you had a negative experience with network marketing. Or, let me just honor that experience that you've had. And let me explain to you some of my experience with it. It really is this perfect business, this beautiful way for us to be able to share and communicate information with other people so that they can live a healthier life. And to share my story, like I might share the story of how I was looking for a way to stay home with my kids. And I looked at traditional business. I looked at the cost that it would take to start a traditional business, and then saw that this was a beautiful way for me to be able to be home with my kids, to have a business that was honorable, and to be able to have a ton of fun and to help people get healthier. And it truly is just a distribution method. Instead of having products go to retail, to marketing and advertising, all the different middlemen along the way, we go direct from the manufacturer to the customer. That's all network marketing is, and along the way, we share this information. So when I can ask the question, clarify, and be able to respond appropriately, they no longer are objections, they're simply questions that people have. And we're just engaging that conversation every step of the way until we help them to make an educated choice on whether or not USANA is a fit for them or not.